So, it's been a few hours since the news dropped. As this video is recording, Akira Toriyama, the legend Akira Toriyama, passed away last week, March 1st, from an acute subdural hematoma. And this news is shocking. Like, in my mind right now, I'm still, because right now it's hell early in the morning, because I went through a real-time sort of reaction for this on my Cole Plus channel. I uploaded that because I was in the middle of like editing a video, and then I just saw the news and it kind of floored me. And then I did a stream on that for Twitch afterwards, talked to Brago, talked to 2-3 guys as well about Dragon Ball, essentially, Toriyama's legacy, the franchise from here on out, what happens now, things of that sort. And it's really surprising. It really is, because Toriyama being 68 years old, I would say is relatively young-ish in terms of Japanese standards for like his passing away. Because the median age of death for a Japanese person is like 87, 88 years old. So that's 20 years of, potentially 20 years of Dragon Ball content, of, let's say, Sandland content, or like whatever he was planning on doing. He could have had more time, or he should have had more time. It's sad. It really is sad for damn sure. This acute subdural hematoma, as far as I understand, after talking to like a lot of people on the chat, during the stream, a friend of mine has a nurse girlfriend, and then they let me know was what. Essentially, what happened was that, at least what probably happened was that he got a brain injury or got a head injury, and then given his age, that kind of formed into a hematoma because the injury probably started to bleed between the skull and the brain, and then that led to his passing ultimately. So let's say it happened a few days ago, before March 1st, they get checked out, maybe had a headache, and then that kind of led to his passing. I wouldn't necessarily blame this on industry practices. I know folks are doing that, where we point the finger at Shonen Jump and, let's say, other studios in Japan because they work their employees to the bone, for sure. And I mean, they're known for that. We've seen before where, let's say, authors like Togashi, Oda, Black Clover as well, where they're really pushed to the brink and then their bodies start to like break down. But I think this case here was different here, where I don't know if you can, let's say, plan or anticipate someone going through that, particularly as far as I understood, where Toriyama communicates mainly through email when it comes to making certain changes or doing certain projects, that kind of stuff. So, like, could they have gone there in time to see if he had a brain injury and then do like a CT scan? Man, it's really, really sad. It's really sad because I think no matter who you are, even if you've never seen a single Dragon Ball chapter or episode in your life, you have to pay respects to Akira Toriyama. You absolutely must. Because I would argue very strongly that Dragon Ball and probably Pokemon, those two shows, they were made anime and manga popular in the West, and then that spread across the entire globe at maximum speed. I'd argue it's those two shows in particular. Yeah, there was Sailor Moon, and there was Digimon, and the Hamtaros, and the Card Captor Sakuras. Fair enough, fine. But I would argue it's Dragon Ball and Pokemon first and foremost. It is those two shows that catapulted anime and manga in general, and even like video games themed around anime and manga, to a whole new level. To this day, I remember playing the Budokais. Oh, absolutely, with my friends, going over to their houses and playing with the controls. Oh, absolutely, just going with the joysticks, yeah, and the beam battles, absolutely, baby, yeah, man. Those big, huge VHS box sets, the Frieza Saga box sets, man, the Cell Saga, the Saiyan Saga box sets, bro, came in massive bulk. Parents coming like, what the hell? And then you have these huge, just cassette tapes, man. Oh yeah, man. For me personally, man, to this day, Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan. I am a huge fanboy Broly, and that's never gonna stop. Never gonna stop, man. I relish looking back on that first film, where to me that is one of the great, if not the greatest piece of Dragon Ball entertainment medium, what do you want to call it, ever. The legendary Super Saiyan transformation, the Vic Mignogna transformation, is my #1 all-time transformation in the history of anime and manga. Toriyama. And as a strapping young lad, I would say that one of the girls that caught my attention in Dragon Ball, one of my first crushes in anime, was Marin from the Garlic Jr. filler after Namek. Yeah, Toriyama gets those kudos for that too, without a doubt. So even though I would say, let's say over the past 15 years, I fall in favor with Dragon Ball, because Dragon Ball, when I kind of rewatch it, doesn't have that same oomph, that same, the same way I would, let's say, watching Yu Hakusho or Rurouni Kenshin, right? Where over the course of time, my tastes have adapted and changed, and Dragon Ball is still fun, but not the greatest. And Super, the Broly film. Magnificent. And I guess Super was lit for sure at times, and things kind of got weird with 17 being so OP, and then Jiren's backstory sucked. Fair enough, fine. But I still ultimately do look back on Dragon Ball as a positive moment in my life. Dragon Ball, as some cats were saying in the stream, the 2-3 guys were saying, yo, doing a Kamehameha in school was cool. Unironically, Kame, because all the dudes were doing it. Everybody wanted to be up. What are y'all doing? Goku, bro. Kamehameha. Get on in. Yeah. It didn't matter if you were one of the nerds or even the jocks. Didn't matter. Kamehameha. And I know a lot of people, particularly in Latin America, have grown up with Dragon Ball as a massive staple in their lives. I remember seeing during the Super Tournament of Power stuff, there were these huge audiences that were gathering in these plazas for Dragon Ball, watching Dragon Ball Super on massive projectors. To the point, I think Toei Animation had to contact them, tell them, yo, chill, what's going on? Easy. The embassy, I think, in Japan too, stuff like that. So Dragon Ball is it's a work that you have to respect no matter who you are, because Toriyama is without a damn doubt one of the greatest authors to ever live in the history of mankind. That may be a bold thing to say, but how many other authors can you think of have had a global impact, a huge global impact that's gonna last for even more decades to come? There's not that many, honestly. And Toriyama is one of those few, without a damn doubt. And that has to be respected. Even myself, even though I don't do that content anymore for Dragon Ball, at least not necessarily do it that often, I suppose, you have to respect it. It must be respected. It commands that respect. And it's just really sad knowing that Toriyama himself had future projects to come. He had the Daima. He had the Sandland. Whoever knows what super comeback stuff was going to happen in the future. Who knows? Who knows? Does that stop now? I know that the person that does the super manga, I heard that Toyotaro is his name, he was trained to do a lot of things on his own, but how much input did Toriyama give to Toyotaro for the Dragon Ball Cho manga? I think for sure, because it's the year of the dragon, the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball, 40-year anniversary of Dragon Ball this year, in the year of the dragon. In some ways, it feels kind of poetic that he passed away, but sad. For damn sure, without a damn doubt, sad. Really, really sad. And I know a lot of dire Dragon Ball fans are crushed, devastated. And I just want to put this edited video out there. Shout outs to Austin for editing the video on short notice, for sure. I want to put it out there because even though my content is predominantly One Piece, without a damn doubt, I still have love in my heart for Dragon Ball. Absolutely, I do. Without a damn doubt, okay? Going back to like the original Dragon Balls for rewatching something is really fun. Like the original Dragon Ball is really, really fun. And what happens now with like, let's say things like Daima or Sandland, again, we're in a time of like trying to grief, but also appreciate. And this, I think, because I've been doing like a lot of recipes Toriyama for the past like 5 hours now, 6 hours now. So it's been a minute, honestly. Thank you. If you're watching for some weird reason, my big black booty from on high, thank you. All right? Because without a damn doubt, Dragon Ball did shape a lot of my childhood. And I'll be hard pressed to find an entity, an existence like Broly in my heart. Oh, it's gonna be so hard, so hard. And I think I say, maybe not for every person out there in the world, but for many fans, for many fans, that without your work, without Toriyama's greatness, things like Naruto, JJK, One Piece, even like let's say Attack on Titan, these things wouldn't exist in the same way and probably would never be as good or even have the chance to exist in the first place. That's right. Even have the chance to exist in the first place. Why? Because of Dragon Ball. Absolutely. That's what I'd argue. But it's sad, for sure. Let me know your thoughts on Toriyama's passing. Again, I've done a lot of rest in pieces for the past, few hours. I just want to take the time to say thank you. Because, man, like, there were some good times I had. There were some amazing moments I had in this right here, in this noggin, that I'll stay there forever for the rest of my life because of Dragon Ball. And for those memories right there, my blessings, bro. My blessings. So everybody else, let me know your thoughts. Toriyama, thank you. Stay safe. Have a nice one. I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
See you. Bye-bye.